Hey guys, All Sports 83 sporting another video at you, and today we're going to be highlighting another 3-race recap for the GoFast eRacing League Series. Seemed to work out pretty well last time, and still wanting to try to catch up on all the action that's been going on in the league. So basically, we're going to run through the next 3 races, and hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to try that again and see if it works out as well this time as it did last time. But I don't want to waste any more time. We're going to jump right into it, and let's go ahead and take a look and see what happens in these 3 races for this video. Race number 14 would be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the 9 car of Chase 456 would win the pole for that race and show speed again, as he has become the favorite in this series. A lot of close racing up front, however, during the course of this first stage, as the 11 car and the 2 car would challenge the 9 car throughout this stage 1, and even the 11 car would move up and take the lead, but then toward the end of the stage, cautions would start to play a little bit of a role. A lot of aggressive driving would take place, and would change up some of the running order before the end of the stage. However, when it came to it toward the end of the stage, it was still the same runners up front, as the 11 car moves around the 9 car here late in the stage, and he would find all the speed that was required, and he would move on to win stage number 1 and get those valuable bonus points. Stage number 2 would begin with some pit strategy that would keep the leaders back in the pack just a little bit, and so it made a lot of the racing very close, and made a challenge for those leaders to work their way back up through the traffic. A scary moment here for a few of those cars, but Sports for God 83 was able to miss all the contact and would retake the lead at this portion in the race. Lap traffic would also prove to be an issue there, as the 7th place car, trying to keep from going a lap down, was kind of in the way in that moment. Green flag pit stops later in this stage would also have would play a role at this stage of the game, as you see the 11 car coming off pit road, and the 2 car of J. Harris 3407 pulls up right behind him. The cars would continue to race until a little aggressive driving would show a little contact between those 2 drivers, and J. Harris 3407 ultimately would pay the price. A little later in the stage, as we're coming down to the wire, it's the 11 car and 9 car battling it out once again. The 11 car gets the preferred line going into turn 1 in this lap, and he was able to once again pull away and win stage number 2 and keep collecting those valuable bonus points. In stage number 3, we would see a little bit more of the same, as some pit strategy would give some guys some extra track position for the beginning of the stage, but we would also see a lot more aggressive driving in this stage, as you see some moments coming up here where 3407, J. Harris 3407, gets into the 48 car to take the lead. A little bit later, the 11 car and the 2 car battle it out for the lead up front. This battle would continue to rage on throughout the stage. The cars would seem very equal and evenly matched. Here you see the 11 car getting position underneath the 2 car and would move back to the lead once again, finding that clean air, and would win the 3rd stage in a row, and was on a roll and looked to be the car to beat moving into the final stage. The final stage of the race would prove to be the most exciting, as early in this run you'd see a battle for the lead that would cost the 11 car down into the corner and involved in an accident. Later on you see what looks to be a 5 car battle for the lead, as other cars started to make the adjustments that made their cars as quick as the leaders. And so there was a lot of close racing, close battling taking place in this final stage. There's a close battle there between the 2 and the 11 car. And another little moment, some aggressive driving as the 11 gets into the 9 car, moves him up the track. Then the 2 car gets in trouble, and then trying to keep control puts the 11 car in the wall, as all of that close aggressive driving was creating all sorts of troubles. There you see the 11 car getting into the apron, spinning himself out, and a little later on As these cars continued to battle, it was the 2 car of Jay Harris 3407 would collect his second win of the season and would help his position in the points. As we take a look at those point standings now, he closes to within 41 points of the leader. The next race on the docket, I'm sorry to say, there's not a lot of video for. There were some technical issues, but Sports for God 83 would collect his 5th pole award of the season and would go on and have a dominant stage number 1 and would go and win stage 1 and get the bonus points. A little later, after some cautions and some heavy racing, Sports for God 83 in the 11 car would also take stage number 2 after some crazy cautions taking place in the final stage and some cars staying out. It was Chase 456 who would stay out, find the speed, find the open track position, and would get yet another win in the GoFast eRacing League Series. As we take a look at the point system here, you're going to see that he continues to close in on those leaders, but a good day for Sports for God 83 went south as he finished in the 6th position, allowing those other drivers to continue to catch him. The 16th race of the season would take place at the Michigan International Raceway, where the 9 car of Chase 456 would collect his 8th pole of the season. Although it was a caution-filled stage, the 9 car would dominate stage number 1, and he would go on to win that stage and collect the bonus points. Stage 2 is much of the same, but it was Buffy Fan 95 and the 41 who would collect the victory in stage number 2. The final stage showed a lot of tight racing and some cautions. Here you see the 11 car getting into an accident, and a lot of tight racing in this final stage, but also a lot of close fighting for the lead. As you see the 11 car and the 9 car here racing for second, trying to catch the 41 car. There would be a lot of this kind of racing taking place at the front of the pack. As you see here, the 9 car would retake the lead over the 11 car as they would drag race down the backstretch, constantly fighting for this lead throughout the final stage. But ultimately it was the 9 car of Chase 456 who would collect his 7th victory of the 2019 season. As usual with these victories, he would continue to close the gap in the points race from a huge deficit down to just 55, and Jay Harris 3407 only 14 points out now. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the recaps, and we'll see you next time.